If you haven't had a chance to sit down and review your estate plans, I highly recommend doing so. This could mean the difference between how many parties are disgruntled when you pass away or when you get to a situation where someone needs to take care of your assets. It's very, very important, I think, that for any individual that has at least an asset within their name to think about this process. I've just gone through this process and sat down with a lawyer, and we went through each aspect of the estate planning process. Who's going to be the executor? Who's going to make decisions, whether that means for our overall finances or our own well-being or our health decisions. And it's very, very important that, because even though I am still quite young, what if something were to happen to me? What if something were to happen to my wife or both of us at the same time? This is something that I think that all business owners need to take into consideration, because you could be accumulating a lot of wealth at the minute. You could be also running businesses that you are the key man or the key person in charge, and ensuring that those businesses and assets that you have are handled in a well-structured and efficient manner is very important. So if we look from a business perspective, what we ran through in our situation was looking at who would essentially take over or have the ability to take over in making decisions for us. In terms of our businesses, within our shareholders agreements, we already have some clauses in place that, some of our business partners may take over in terms of directorships or managing director roles. However, in the businesses where we don't have another business partner, then we've chosen certain people that will allow us to give us peace of mind that they will continue the business in the way that we would like to continue it. Like I mentioned before, my wife and I were still very young. We're only 35, but we're now thinking about how are we going to ensure that our family, friends, and most importantly, our little daughter is going to be able to be looked after as much as possible. Looking at this now ensures that we can just keep running the business the way that we need to run, and ensures that everyone who is entitled to our wealth is entitled to it in a fair, equitable way. Think about it now, guys. Estate planning, very, very important. If you do not have it, seek advice from your lawyer and just start to protect yourself and think a little bit forward for the loved ones who will essentially get this down the track. You don't want to have fights down the track. You don't want to have family disputes. Make it as clean as possible, as easy as possible. Most importantly as well, make sure that the tax consequence when it actually happens is minimized as much as possible as well.